So a lot of huge stuff happened at Gamescom yesterday, and I want to quickly just kind of talk about it. A little bit of I guess, a mixture of news and a rant kind of baked into one video. Welcome back, my friends, to another video here on the channel. Today, like I said, we're going to be talking about Gamescom. But first, if you guys are new to the channel, my name's Josh. I go by JSkeleton, and I like to talk about games, like to play the games. I kind of mix the best of both worlds here on the channel, to be honest with you guys. I like to do videos like this where I just talk about stuff. And sometimes I'll see reaction videos and stuff like that. And other times I just like to kind of basically just play the games themselves, you know what I mean? I don't know if that seems too much all over the place. That's probably, you know, that's probably worked against me in some ways, but I just really enjoy all aspects of gaming, and I have a really hard time limiting myself. So let me know though what you guys think about the variety, the very wide variety here on the channel. But hey, I got a Nintendo channel. That's its own thing. So at least that part I've separated into something else. But anyways, Gamescom was pretty crazy. There were some ups, there were some downs, there were some hypes, there was some just kind of middle ground stuff, and some, you know, stuff that I didn't find personally interesting, and stuff that, you know, probably other people did. But I do want to talk about the main stuff a little bit. So I'm going to start off with kind of more of a news portion, and that is number one, Halo Infinite finally got a release date, which I'm super stoked about. I played the technical preview. Had gameplay on my channel. If you guys seen that or not, it's available on my channel if you guys are curious. But it was a really good experience for the most part. I mean, it's obviously a technical preview, and I really enjoyed my time with the preview, and I cannot wait to get hands on more with the official game when it comes out. They had a cool like cinematic trailer for season 1, which is going to be coming out obviously at launch. They're going to be doing seasons like a lot of other games do. You know, think about, you know, Fortnite, Apex Legends, Call of Duty, Destiny. You know, a lot of games now are doing like these seasonal kind of things, and it works out. And if you don't know, Halo Infinite multiplayer is going to be free, while the campaign you're going to have to actually pay for. So I'm really excited about that release date finally coming out. Both campaign and multiplayer is going to be launching together. That was something a lot of people were questioning. Is it going to actually, are they going to launch together? Are they going to separate the two? You know, maybe the campaign comes first or the multiplayer comes first, but no, they're coming out December 7th, which is super exciting stuff. And with that, they announced two different really epic things, in my opinion. Very expensive epic things, but two epic things nonetheless. The first one is this really cool Xbox Series X controller. Well, it's just an Xbox controller because it's not specifically to Series X. You can use it on a Series S, Xbox One, PC. And I thought, dude, I got to get this controller, until I seen that it was an Elite controller, which I love the Elite controllers. They're really cool, but they're just a little bit too pricey for my personal taste. But this looks really cool. So it is an Elite controller, meaning the sticks are swappable and stuff. You can swap them out and whatnot. You know, it has the paddles on the back and all that good stuff. It's a really nice controller. All in all, it has a, you know, gold D-pad. I wish they would make a version of this that's not the Elite controller, because I really want a controller that looks like this, but at a cheaper price point. Because here in Canada, the Elite controller, this is a Series 2 Elite controller, by the way, they cost a pretty penny. They cost, I think it was like $260, and a Nintendo Switch Lite is the exact same price. And I get it. I understand these controllers are really good. They're built really good. There's a ton of customization options in that, you know, there's the paddles and stuff. But I wish that the pricing was a little bit cheaper. It's a little too steep for my opinion and my taste. You know, despite the fact that I understand all the customization options with it, I think it's still priced a little too high. For my liking. And so to me, it's like I'd rather buy a Nintendo Switch Lite, you know, before I bought that. So I kind of wish that they had this controller in it, like I said, in the normal version. That's, you know, a lot cheaper, because the normal controller is like, what, $80 or whatever, because it's a dope controller, man. You know, Master Chief kind of style controller, has the 117 on there and everything. It's really sick. Alongside that, they actually announced a new Xbox Series X console, which, dude, man, I really wish that I didn't have an Xbox Series X already, because I would have bought this. But I'm going to show you guys a picture of that, and it looks really sick, dude. So the top half of it basically has like a universe looking kind of scheme, right? It's like a black, you know, the blackness of space with excuse me, with like white stars. scattered across it, which is really, really nice. And then the Xbox button itself is gold. And then of course the bottom half has kind of more of a Spartan armor look to it. And then the controller has a similar, kind of scheme to it. I wonder if they'll sell these controllers separate. Maybe they will. Not as nice as the Master Chief one. I still wish they would sell the Master Chief one as a normal controller, but this is still a pretty cool controller nonetheless. And what's really cool is at the top of the Xbox, you know how like we have kind of like there's like a green plastic thing inside the top of the normal Xbox Series X that looks like it has a green glow. This one is blue, and I think the blue looks really, really nice. It looks really, really cool, and I just really love the way this console looks. So this console actually comes with a copy of Halo Infinite. I think it's a digital copy, if I recall. It does come with a copy of Halo Infinite, and that is why the console actually costs a little bit more money. It's about $50 more Canadian. I don't know what that is in USD exactly. But it makes complete sense, because you're getting the game with it. So it's like you're buying the console and you're buying the game, which of course the multiplayer is free. So you're paying for the campaign, because the campaign will cost. So, beautiful controller. It was sold out within seconds, obviously. Scalpers, really scummy scalpers, already selling it for like $1,000 on eBay. And that's USD, by the way, 1,000 USD on eBay, which is absolutely insanity. And just come on, man. Just come on, get a grip, dude. That's not cool. Anyways, beyond that, let's talk about some more stuff. So we got Horizon Forbidden West, which has been confirmed that unfortunately it is not coming out this year. Really disappointing, but understandable. Disappointing and understandable. You can be disappointed about something, but still understanding that there is a way to do that. But it's not coming out until February 2022, specifically the 18th of February 2022. I swear to you, if Breath of the Wild sequel comes out like within that time frame as well, I just don't even know what I'm going to do. The first time Horizon Zero Dawn came out and the first Breath of the Wild came out, they came out like right back to back. And so I actually didn't play Horizon Zero Dawn until later on because I'm a massive Zelda fan. And I'm like, dude, I'm focusing on Zelda first because like, to me, it's like if a Zelda game or a Kingdom Hearts game comes out, that automatically gets priority for me, personally. But I'm so hyped about Forbidden West. It's like if they came out next to each other, I mean, that would suck for me because like I would have to bounce back and forth because I'm like, dude, now that I've played Zero Dawn and we've seen Forbidden West. Oh, anyway, so they announced that, which again, it's a little disappointing that it got pushed off to 2022 because they were saying 2021, but it's understandable. This is a pretty, seemingly a big scale game as well. So, again, makes complete sense. But alongside that, they actually announced that they dropped a patch, 60 FPS and all that good stuff for Horizon Zero Dawn immediately. So that's out right now if you guys want to jump into that. But let me know if you guys are excited for Horizon Forbidden West. I will be playing it here on the channel. It's coming out on PS4 and PS5, not just PS5, in case anyone was kind of, a little bit confused about that. Pre-orders are actually going to begin next week on September 2nd, by the way, for Forbidden West. That felt like a really, really massive tongue twister for some reason. Let's move on. I want to talk about, I just want to touch really quickly on a couple of other things. Just briefly, just kind of the main highlights. I'm not going to go through all the big, all the announcements. Of course, there was a bunch of stuff regarding Death Stranding, which never really interested me personally. I never really got into Death Stranding, so I'm not really going to talk about that here because I won't even know what to really say about it. But they're adding a bunch of content in the director's cut, which if you're a fan of the game, that's really exciting. I just never understood the game. If someone could please explain the game to me, I mean, I've had people try. I still don't get it. I don't get it. I'm sure it's great in its own regard. I just don't understand it. That's all. Anyway, so moving on from that, though, let's talk about a couple things. So we got a Far Cry 6 story trailer. We've seen like 5 or 6 trailers by now for that game, but I just don't get sick of it because it's an amazing game. I love the game. It's absolutely fantastic. And it had a little bit more of a story element kind of focus to it, where past trailers had more of a kind of gameplay element. We got a new trailer for Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga Collection, or whatever it's called, which is really exciting because, I mean, I'm not like the biggest Lego kind of game fan. But I mean, I've been really excited about this one, and maybe I'll play more of them. I'd done like a part 1 to Halo Harry Potter here on the channel, which some of you guys seem to enjoy. So if you want to ever see me play through some Lego games here, maybe we can do that, whether it's recorded or live streamed. They announced a brand new Marvel game, which apparently it's kind of like a tactical game or whatever, which I'm like, come on, man, please. I want this to be like a normal action game because it looks dope. There were so many great characters in it. There's some new characters, and then there's some obviously familiar Marvel characters like Doctor Strange. There was, of course, Captain America. There was, I'm drawing a blank right now. There's a lot. There was Ghost Rider. There's a bunch of different characters, which is really, really cool, and I'm really, really hyped about that too, but not hyped because it's tactical. So it's kind of weird, you know what I mean? I was hyped about the trailer until I learned what kind of game it was, and I was like, well, I'll wait to see what kind of gameplay it is, because who knows, maybe I'll like it, but I'm typically not a huge tactical player. For example, I'm a massive Nintendo fan, but one of the franchises I never really got into yet, maybe one day, is Fire Emblem, because Fire Emblem is more of a tactical game, and I'm not a tactical game kind of guy for the most part, but who knows? Maybe this game will prove me wrong, and maybe it'll change me. It'll change me into a tactical kind of player or whatever, I guess, or gamer, or enjoying that genre of games rather. There are certain tactical games, by the way, that I would play, but I'm just not a huge fan of it. So who knows? Maybe. Anyways, Saints Row got a reboot trailer, and there is a lot of mixed reaction. I mean, on my own reaction to the trailer, a lot of dislikes on it, and on the actual reveal itself, people just don't like what they're seeing. Some people are saying that it kind of reminds them of Fortnite or whatever, and people just aren't not really feeling it for whatever reason. I don't know. I didn't play a ton of the first 3 games. I'll be quite honest with you guys. I kind of dabbled in them lightly, very lightly. I didn't play through the stories. I didn't beat them. I just kind of played them at friends' houses and whatnot. And I don't know why. I just never really played them that much. So I don't have a lot to compare it to, except my very limited time with, kind of dabbling in them at friends' houses and whatnot back in the day. I don't know. I thought the gameplay trailer cinematic thing at first kind of looked cool. Not like, mind blowing, but it was a cool cinematic. But again, I don't know, who am I to really say, because I'm just kind of a noob. I'm still kind of considered a noob to the franchise for the most part. So there is that. And then the last thing I do want to talk about is Call of Duty Vanguard campaign. Obviously, you guys have seen my videos here on the channel. I am excited about Call of Duty Vanguard. I am. And yeah, I've been a Call of Duty fan since pretty much the start, from, long time ago back in the day. I really started getting into it with COD 4, Modern Warfare, and then really, really heavy in Modern Warfare 2. And I've had some ups and downs, and, I've been honest when there's moments where I've like, this is dull and dry. I've admitted it. There's sometimes where I'll play the game for a few months, and then I barely play it the rest of the time. I've been getting a little bit more back into Black Ops Cold War and whatnot, but for some reason there's something about Vanguard. I really enjoyed World War II. There were some issues with it, I acknowledge that, but I don't know, I enjoyed the vibe of that game. I don't know what it was, maybe just because it was set in World War II, I don't know. But there's something about that game I just really liked, and especially the war game mode that they had. I keep mentioning that. That was really cool. So when we seen the campaign, I thought the campaign was great. It was kind of more of a stealthy kind of mission. Interestingly enough, I've actually seen some people like talk a lot of smack about the campaign gameplay for some reason, which is funny because I get it. So a lot of people normally talk crap about the multiplayer because they're frustrated with the multiplayer. But the campaign is usually not something I see people talking smack about. Usually people are like, yo, the campaign looks good. I'm gonna, maybe I'll play the campaign and maybe I'll dabble a little bit in the multiplayer, and that's about it. But yeah, I don't know. I've seen a few people say something about the campaign, like they thought it was boring, and I'm like, man, I don't know what you're watching, but I mean, where I'm sitting, there was a pretty cool mission. I get it was stealthy. It was more, kind of stealthy, kind of, more kind of taking it slow kind of mission. But that's not going to be, the whole game, obviously. The whole game is not going to be stealth. I mean, I don't think, because if so, I'm in trouble because I'm really bad at stealth missions. But from what I've seen, I thought it looked really good, and it pumped me up. And we're gonna be fighting in Vanguard on all these different fronts: the Eastern Front, the Western Front, different locations and different environments. That's really exciting too. So, yeah, I mean, that was pretty much Gamescom. Of course, the day before we had a huge Destiny 2 reveal, which was really, really exciting to me. I think that game is headed in the right direction for sure. It's been gradually moving in the right direction, and even more so with everything they revealed then, but that's a separate topic that if you want to watch those videos, those are already up on the channel. So I'll leave it at that. Kind of went ranted for a lot longer than I expected to. I apologize, but I wanted to kind of just break it down all in one video instead of making, you know, multiple videos. Like, hey, I'm going to make a rant video, and then in this video, I'm going to make a news video. Just do it all in one video. And, you know, that's that. So let me know what you guys thought about Gamescom. What were your highlights? What things did you like? What did you dislike? Let me know in the comments below. And again, if you guys are new to the channel, stick around. We do a variety of gaming content. I hope to see you guys soon in another one. And until then, game on. Thanks for watching.